first, you really got to decide you want to sell your company. And having been through this process a number of times of helping founders who are selling their companies, where I see things often stall is when they think they want to sell their company, they get started and they realize maybe they don't want to sell their company. So you really got to make sure you want to sell your company. Once you've done that, deals fall apart for two reasons. One, no deal ages well. So time is always your enemy. And second, surprises. So let's start with surprises. You need to have things clean, whether it's your documentation, your option agreements, your customer contracts. Every issue that you think is going to come up when it comes to that, disclose early and disclose very clearly so that you can avoid that bump stall in the deal at a later point. If you have a lawsuit that's sitting out there, tell them. If you have a crazy employee who's caused you problems in the past, tell them. You got a wacko customer who's stalking your company, tell them. Really take the surprises out from the beginning. The second kind of surprise is business result surprises. So if there's variability in your business and there are things that are going to go up and go down during the deal process, lay it out up front and make sure you're prepared to manage it. Obviously, you want to avoid those risks as much as possible and smooth things out. But if you can't avoid it, then make sure you're almost overselling that variability so that people don't get surprised. The other two things to consider really fit under this idea that we all know, which is no deal ages well. So that means you've got to move through the deal process as fast as possible so you can maintain the momentum of the business and you can maintain this sense of urgency on the buyer. Well, the first part of no deal aging well is you got to make sure you got buyers at the table. You have to develop those relationships over a long period of time so that you can literally pick up the phone and get people to engage in the process with a very short period of notice. That means they've got to know who you are, they've got to be meeting with you for years, they've got to know your metrics in order to get them in the process. So a lot of preparing to sell your company is going to happen over a couple of years ahead of time and making sure you have the buyer market prepped. The second thing about no deal ages well is prepare a small portion of your team, possibly outside counsel, if you're using a banker, prepare them to move. You don't start a deal process slow. You don't start a deal process thinking I'm gonna sort of slow burn this and then I'll pick it up at the end of the summer. You need to be prepared from day one to move to a close and get a deal done within 6 weeks. It's not gonna happen in 6 weeks, but you gotta be prepared to make that happen. So again, when you're really thinking about preparing your company for a sale, avoid surprises and accept that no deal ages well, so you gotta move fast.